Alright, Shalom, praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Barakatuh. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, great most of them well. Shalom to the brothers who work serving the truth. Just going to do a quick lesson, essentially on, hardships, trials you're going to come against, and the expectations of it. And really, this has been things that have been spoken of, and the prior prophets endured. All the time, man. Whenever they're on the scene, they would have that resistance. And really, it's part of the trial of the faith. It's part of what we need to do to get our reward in the end. So I'll start with this. Revelation 2 and 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. And yeah, so I know that works and tribulation and poverty, the hardships, and that's what the churches went through, and even to this day, still, that's hardships that have gone through. Brothers are going through all kinds of trials and tribulations. Because why? We've not been saved yet. We've not been caught up in the clouds yet. We're still enduring and waiting for the hour of temptation, waiting for everything to come to an end. But it says what? Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried. And that's happened to multiple brothers. They've been grabbed up by the cops, thrown in, had court cases and whatnot. But hey, through the Spirit of the Lord, we're still out here. It's happened to me previously. But hey, just for, teaching the word, getting thrown in jail, getting a court case. But hey, that's part and parcel to the word, man. It says what? The devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So yeah, be faithful unto death. Essentially, it's a thing where whatever's given, whatever test, however you're tried, you basically have to hold to the faith and make it through. Because otherwise, without that, then there's no reward, man. There's no reward that manifests. Luke 21, and start from verse 10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence. And yet we had, legendary levels of natural disasters, man. The biggest one is I believe in Libya. There's flooding where they're saying there's 10,000, 11,000 plus that are dead already. So it's basically getting on top, and it's again a sign showing, the Lord's basically opening up. What does it say? In diverse places, and famines and pestilences and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. But yeah, all these things essentially being done, these trials, these tests, these hardships, because why? It's for the sake of Yahushua's name. Because that's one of the key aspects of this truth. You need that name, man. There's only one name by which men can be saved. So what's it say? For my name's sake, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what you shall answer, but I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. So for us, we don't even have to worry or trouble ourselves. We're thinking like, okay, if he says this, I'm going to come back with that. It's all going to be dealt with through the Spirit. Because it's the same as you had Paul getting grabbed up, you had various of the apostles getting grabbed up, thrown in jail. But then what? They basically lean on the Most High, man. You put your faith in the Most High to essentially deal with that. Then even if it's a matter of, your life gets taken, like those various prophets, various apostles that got put to death. That's part of that's part of the walk. That's gonna happen. read this. Jeremiah 1 and 9 says, Then the Lord Yahweh put forth his hand and touched my mouth, and the Lord Yahweh said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down, and to destroy and to throw down, to build and to plant. So yeah, the word will be given. That's basically something that comes above and beyond any system that's been built up currently, man. Within Esau's kingdom, but with he's got his different so-called justice system. He's got his police officers. He's got his military. He's got his court system. All these different aspects. Those are basically underneath, man. The word will overthrow all of that. But that's the thing, is if it takes hardship, it takes us getting grabbed up and thrown in jail, that's part and parcel, man. So back in Luke 21, it says 1:16, and ye shall betray both my parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends, and some of you they shall cause to be put to death. Yes, so some are going to be put to death. There's going to be those that are basically going to endure. They might go through hardship. They might have to, might have to go hungry for a minute. Might have to be out in the wilderness. Might have to deal with various trials and tribulations. Your life might be at risk. But then there'll be those that endure, and those that don't have to be put to death. Again, that's part of the book. It says that you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but there shall not an hair there shall not an hair of your head perish, in your patience possess your souls. Yeah. So that those where not a hair on their heads even going to get touched. So I read this. 1 Peter 1. And 6 says, Wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold. Let me read that again. So 1 Peter 1 and 6. Wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shai. So yeah, essentially the trial of your faith, man. Even if you're going through the manifold temptations at the moment, and that's the thing is, we've got our temptation coming, so it's only going to get more. When it comes down to that charagma, that immutable rice grain essentially being presented, where it's going to be a matter of you take it, or you're basically not even going to be able to function within society. That's going to be an even greater trial. But that's why we're basically being refined, man. It's our faith being refined. Like I said, it's more precious than gold that perishes. But it's being tried in the fire. It's being refined to make it worthy. So Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power, and the power of his anointed. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And yeah, that's when we're going to have our enemies thrown down. And the key enemy, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he's going to be thrown down as well. His whole power system is going to be done away with. And then it says what? And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death. So yeah, the blood of the Lamb, the sacrifice Yahweh Shai did. And then what? The word of the testimony. So the word's a key factor. So these are the things that we need to be, clinging onto, holding onto, to endure through. Because it's essentially about making it to the end, man. Enduring. Hardship, and like I said, being thrown in jail, I said already, that's things that brothers already experienced. That's not even a new experience. But these things you essentially have to take on the chin. So Luke 12:4, it says, "And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. But I will forewarn you." Well, yeah, that's essentially when we're dealing with Esau. Esau's all developed within the carnal. He's obsessed with what he can accomplish through the carnal. That's why he'll think about doing damage to to your body and whatnot. He's thinking about physically harming you that way. But then there's a spiritual aspect to where what we're striving for goes beyond anything you can enjoy or have on this side, man. The reward's greater, but then of course the trials as well. You have to endure for it. It says, "But I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after ye have killed have power to cast into hell. Yea, so say unto you, fear him. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 farthings? And not one of them is forgotten before the Most High. But even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not therefore, ye are more valuable than sparrows." But yeah, even the head, the hairs in your head are numbered. These are things that essentially is if you're trying to carnally keep track of those things, that's going to be above and beyond, man. The Most High has got all these things within the scope. So what we're worrying about, or might be trembling over, those are things that the Most High can easily cover. I'll finish on this. 2 Timothy 4:1 says, "I charge thee therefore before the Most High and the Lord Yahushua, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing in his kingdom. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears." So yeah, you essentially preach the word. Go out, teach, do your lessons. And they said in season, out of season. Whether it's now or in season, you've got that never-ending summer that seems to have come from nowhere in Britain. But then you're gonna have the winter come, you're gonna have the rain, you're gonna have the cold. You still need to endure, man. It says, but also there'll be those that won't endure sound doctrine. And you've had those that fell off, those that basically fell into the clutches of deceit and lies. And that's where they've made their bed. It says what? But watch thou in all things. Well, I think everything. So verse 4, "And they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry." That's what we're meant to be doing. We're meant to be essentially making our ministry foolproof. We're meant to be covering yourself. It says, verse 6, "For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith." And that's what we're striving and, Lord willing, we'll do. We'll finish our course. Because we're basically hoping for the finishing of the course. That's where you get the reward. As it says, henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, not to me only, but unto all of them also that love his appearing. And yeah, that's what we're striving for, that crown of righteousness. That's what the reward is, man. You strive through, you get whatever you have to struggle through, the reward's waiting, and the reward's worth the cost of what you're going to endure. Because the alternative is any reward you get on this side, which you already know, the prophecies. It's basically, what's the word? Perishable. It's something that's going to expire. You're going to have it up in a cupboard, then you come back, it's full of mold and worms. But then what we're striving for is something that doesn't perish, man. It's non-perishable. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Say a praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Hashem, Hashem, Hashem.